Hello, quintessentials. Welcome back. I know I've been away for a minute. Life got in the way. Today, what I want to talk to you about is alpha females in mbokodo. I was actually saving this topic for Women's Month, but because of deadlines, I wasn't able to do a Women's Month feature. So if you are interested and want to know if you fit this profile and understand more about why it is that some of us are labeled alpha females, then tune in. Without any further delay, let's get into it. So first things first, what exactly is an alpha female, and is it a necessary profile that women should be aspiring to, or is it just another one of those patriarchal structures that are trying to limit us as women in how we embrace our womanhood? How do we determine an alpha female? We've all heard the term alpha male, and that references animal traits. So the leader in the pack, basically. A pride of lion, there's always that one who's in the front, setting the tone, leading, giving direction. The same can be said in a postmodern society that women are also taking up space, as Sozi would say, and are leading from the front. The term alpha comes with positive aspirational messaging when it references male identity, but when it comes to women, it's often labored and almost has a very heavy and negative undertone, almost like women are not supposed to be strong, or women are not supposed to lead. Women are supposed to be soft and feminine and calm and be in the background. The definition of what it means to be a woman is in constant evolution. So what I want to get into today is demystifying some of the negative connotations that are associated with the word alpha female. Women no longer want to associate with struggle and pain. What I plan to cover are 6 traits of an alpha female. The first trait is alpha females possess high emotional intelligence. I can say without any fear or favor that I definitely tick this profile. I consider myself a very calm, relaxed individual, and I say that to qualify it with this example. When I find myself in situations that are confrontational, or when I find myself in uncomfortable situations, when someone is addressing me in an aggressive manner, I'm not very competitive with other individuals. I set the tone for my own life, I set my own goals, and that's how I usually measure my success. But there are those individuals that thrive on being competitive, pushing the boundaries, and that for them means they are provoking and they want to intimidate. So in situations like that, I'm able to maintain my calm. And as an alpha female, you need to be able to manage your emotions in the heat of the moment, because when somebody is coming at you in an aggressive manner and you are responding in a very calm and undefensive way, it's very difficult for them to have a back and forth with you, because you are on one level and they are coming on another level, and you're not giving them the pushback that they want. You're actually standing your ground and maintaining your sense of self, and that is bound to de-escalate the situation. They don't have a choice but to de-escalate, because no one can be arguing with themselves or doing a back and forth when the other person is just plain unresponsive. If anything, I think aggressors are irritated by that type of response. So as an alpha female, you are able to manage your emotions, and you are able to manage the atmosphere and the environment around you. It's not easy for you to fall into the trap or take the bait of an aggressor. You need to live with your immediate response weeks, months later. And in a professional environment, when you work with varying personalities, you don't want to say something that you're going to regret. You don't want to say something that's going to cause you to lose a contract if you're an entrepreneur, or lose your job if you are an employee at an organization. And also, you don't want to taint your image or even allow other people to know that that is how they can trigger you. That's how they can come and confront you in a antagonistic way. You should set the tone, so that they understand that you are in control and you are able to control the environment that is around you. And that is the way that you're going to find true success in confrontational situations. The second thing about alpha females is they are obsessive learners. Again, that's me, tick. Alpha females live to read, they love to read, whether that's reading academically, so improving yourself, getting that degree, getting that postgraduate degree, developing yourself, whether you are reading within your area of expertise or whether it's reading to gain new knowledge. Alpha females are all about gaining and capturing and learning more. They want to be understood and known as experts. Like myself, I am a public relations specialist. I'm a content development specialist, and you cannot develop content if you are not reading anything. So it's important to read. It's important to understand and engage with various types of content so that your quality of writing as a PR specialist, as a writer, is always improving. As alpha females, it's very difficult for us to remain stagnant because we are always pushing the grounds and looking for new ways of self-development, and not only self-development but influencing those that are around you, so encouraging those around you to also be curious, to also want to learn more, to also ask questions, start conversation. The third defining criterion of an alpha female is that they are strong. Now, the word strong, or the word mbokodo, rock, is a word that is burdened with negative stereotyping. Women are either identified as being bullies, assertive, controlling, ambitious. The last time I checked, those were all good things, but I think because of the patriarchal society that we live in, those words are only good or aspirational if they identify men, not when they identify women. Women are supposed to be feminine and calm and unthreatening. I think that's the word I'm looking for, unthreatening. Alpha females are strong in nature by their position in society. Women are defined as strong based on their position in society by status, academic positioning, or professionally. And they also define as strong based on what society expects them to withstand. Alpha females enjoy being the center of attention. They enjoy leading from the front. All alpha females are highly ambitious. So it's always about pursuing the next goal. You are never satisfied with where you are. Once you accomplish one goal, already thinking about the next thing that you want to do. As an example, I've been working on doing some home improvements. I feel that task and that project has now been completed. I'm looking for what is the next thing that I can do. I'm currently working on my master's degree, and I'm literally like, God willing, months left before I complete my studies. So I'm already thinking about the next thing. So when I get my degree, what am I gonna do? What is the next goal? Am I gonna go back into the academy? Are there things that I want to study further? What are the topics that I want to research further? How am I gonna fill up my time once my master's degree is completed? As an alpha female, you're pushing to the next goal, you're pushing to the next objective. You're never satisfied with past victories. You're always looking forward, and you're also looking for new opportunities. So as an entrepreneur, I'm also looking at other ways in which I can scale my business. What does that mean with a master's degree? How is that going to enhance my business? How does that speak to the evolution of Kazimla Communications? Alpha females are all about problem solving and meeting challenges. Number 5, alpha females have very strong relationships with their mothers, and the chances are that their mothers are also alpha females. I can attest to this. I come from a lineage of strong Black women. My grandmother is a divorcee who, after her marriage ended, decided to go back to school and get her second degree, which was a law degree, and she became the first Black female lawyer. She raised her 3 kids as a single woman. She bought her first car. She bought herself property. My mother followed in those footsteps, also a single woman who studied further. She has her postgraduate degrees. She has a master's in education, and she raised myself and my brother by herself, bought herself property, bought herself a car. You know, now she's getting ready to retire. And it's clear that I'm following in the same trajectory as those strong black females as well, alpha females. Go as far as to say black women by and large are born alpha females. It's usually the environment that they find themselves in that they will have to tame the alpha within them. But we are natural born leaders. We are natural born fighters as black women. So that's definitely one of those traits that is passed down from generation to generation. And I'm pretty certain that when I have children and I raise girls, that they will also learn to be strong, independent black women that are not afraid to be assertive and to be ambitious. And they will grow up in a family structure with a father that also encourages them to be those alphas and to dominate within their sphere of influence. Lastly, or the sixth point that I want to make about alpha females is they are able to direct the environment, whether that's in a positive or a negative way. So women are able to read the room, and there are two different types of alpha females that can exist within this context. There's the alpha female that is welcoming, that is warm, that doesn't need the glory, the unassuming, unspoken leader who is able to influence the room in a positive way. When they are there's networking, the conversation is flowing, and as soon as they leave, there's a weird awkwardness, or perhaps let's say it's a professional environment, it becomes weird and there's a vacuum once they vacate that space. And then there's the other type of alpha female who's on the aggressive side, the alpha female that wants to exert their authority, that wants to dominate, that wants to lead with an authoritarian style, and that usually brings about a negative atmosphere, and it's usually quite sour, and nobody likes to be around that type of a person, and that usually is the first signal of an insecure human being. In a situation where there are two alpha females in one room, there's the dominant and the submissive. So the dominant will always want to exert control, and the submissive will avoid confrontation and not be antagonistic, but will rather pull back in a social setting when they see that the aggressor wanting to exert some sort of domination in that social space. But what's definitely common about both alpha females is that they are social lubricants. Without them, the group won't know where to go. Similar to what we've seen on Real Housewives, you know, there's always that one, Nene Leakes, who's leading the group. When she's not there, it's literally, it's dull, it's boring. We don't even have any new language that we can use after the show if she's not there. So she kind of keeps everything going. Without her, there's a vacuum. So in summary, we talked about 6 different types of alpha females, and these are highly emotionally intelligent. They are obsessive learners. Alpha females are strong, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they take on the burden of being mbokodo. We want the soft life. Alpha females are highly ambitious. We are always pushing the boundaries and pursuing our goals unapologetically. Alpha females, more often than not, have strong relationships with their mothers and are often modeling parents' attributes. Alpha females direct their environment, so whether it's in a positive or negative way. So it's up to you to decide how you want to handle that. Do you think that you are an alpha female? Do you want to be an alpha female? Do you feel the term is negative? When people refer to you as an alpha female, do you cringe, or are you like, whatever, I am that girl? Or are you unapologetic about the leadership position that you hold as an alpha female? Thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and I look forward to your feedback in the comment section. Let's engage further. I'm very keen to hear your thoughts on this terminology, alpha female. When I was first called an alpha female, at first I was like, But the more I researched it, and I understand that that's exactly who I am, and it's nothing negative. It's only negative if it's coming from a weird place. So thank you so much, Quintessentials. I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.